Welcome back, guys. I hope this camera's better. It's a better phone. Hand me down. There's my headliner, my new project. My new project is right here. It is a 1994 Honda Civic EX. I picked it up for about 200 with a blown motor. As you can see, sunroof is out of the car because the sunroof is back here. The glass is shattered. Was trying to fix the rails. The motor works. The rails are busted. Can't get one of the Allen key bolts out. They're stripped. But basically, here's the block that I got for it. If I can find the stamp, I believe it's right here. Is a D15B. I got the stock pistons in it right now. New bearings, new rings. Just everything else in it so far is stock. I might go with something else, probably a low compression turbo build. But as of right now, I'm in the means of saving up money to try to find to get my pistons and rods, and who knows, maybe I'll take the block down and get it machined or something. But that's the block. The head setup I have is over here. Don't mind my mess. That's what they had in the car, was a B7 head, if I'm not mistaken. That right there is the head that I got. It's a Y8 head. It does have the VTEC solenoid on it. There's the Y8 intake with the injectors for it. A couple water pumps and the oil. I forget what it's called. But valve cover for the Y8, or that one's for the B8, if I'm not mistaken. One of these is for the B8 and one of them is for B7. But yeah, and then I got the clutch, flywheel, pressure plate, B7 intake, if I'm not mistaken. If it's wrong, please correct me. Oil pan off the old block, which has got nothing but metal shavings in it. The guy spun a bearing, one of the rear struts. I was gonna put some lowering springs on them. The Allen key part stripped. Having a hard time getting that apart. All my mess of tools and stuff. But I do have the bumper right here. The guy decided to mesh this out. Gas lip. Halo headlights. Come around the side. There is, I don't know if you can see that. There it is. The slotted and drilled disc brakes. From my understanding, the EX is supposed to have disc brakes in the back, but for some reason they have these, the drums. So you can see my rear suspension's out of here. But pretty much the car's overall pretty clean. Dog poop on the ground. That is not my license plate, that's the one that was on the car. I sold the header and downpipe to one of my friends because I'm doing a turbo setup. I don't need that. There's all that. Looks like the dog pissed all over it again. Puny exhaust. But the funny thing is, I went from a header to 2 glass packs, or 2 resonators, one of those two, and then to a stock muffler, probably so it doesn't give off the illusion of a modified exhaust, so the cops don't harass. They got the bucket seats in there. Looks like this one maybe a Del Sol, that one possibly a GSR seat, I don't know. That's what one of my friends was saying. We popped the hood. As you can see, no motor, EX tranny. I might switch out trannies to a CX if I'm not mistaken, or a DX. Just so I had the longer gears for a turbo build. Car's been sitting here for a little while. But let me show you this. The guy who had this car before me was a complete idiot. We replaced the doors. I know he's a goddamn idiot because first of all, the color of the tint, it's like a salmon. Disgusting. This is supposed to be an EX. He's got the DX, so no powered windows. The powered mirrors are gone, the wires. He still put the EX tweeters in the door. Spliced these two speakers together. I push the seat back. And you can see the powered mirror switch, but they're not powered. So we cut all those lines. This is a power line for the top, the sunroof. Glove box doesn't fit. He left a B7 head on here, like I said before, and he put a P05 ECU in here, which I know there's supposed to be a P28. He took the ignition and rewired the ignition to this switch right here. This wire goes to absolutely nothing. He cut all of these wires right here. That looks factory. That's not plugged into anything. That's not plugged into anything. That's not plugged into anything. This loom right here, I have no idea what they go to. They're all gray wires, no gray and white, no, just solid gray wires. There's a plug up there, not plugged in. He reran the speaker wires right here straight to the deck instead of using the factory wires. He cut them. And obviously over here he's got the DX doors with the DX mirrors. Lame ass deck that's got the auxiliary cord coming out of the back. I have another deck that I'm putting in here. It's one of the ones with the screens that come out and flip up. I'm probably gonna rip these seats out because they're ugly. Find some nice clean bucket seats or something. I'm probably gonna rip part of the dash out, or if not, rip the whole dash out and basically strip the whole car down, just so I can find out all the wiring issues that he created. But I did find some chip kits to turn my P05 into a P28. It's a lot cheaper than trying to buy a $150 ECU. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, that's basically the next project. There's a lot of work to it. First things first, I've been dealing with the block, picking apart the car here by little bit by bit. I'm going to replace that front bumper or use it until I get a new one. Probably just replace it because it's ugly as sin. It's cracked all over the place and stuff. Pretty much the body looks pretty straight. It's going to be painted white and then have accent colors of green. I got a little thing of primer right here, a couple things of primer. These are the rims that were on it. Apparently he liked racing slicks because there's no tread on them. You can tell which ones were the front and back tires. I like the metal. But they had like this nasty black paint. They just looked ugly as crap. There's some road rash on them. They're not gonna be perfect, but they're rims. I'm gonna paint them up, probably green. This one's got primer on it, and it's not perfect, but you can kind of see the flaws and stuff that I still haven't gotten out. But at least it's just primer, not actual paint that I'm getting off there. I like using primer because it tells me where the flaws and stuff are and the prep work and all that. So I still got a little bit to do. That filter may or may not go on there. I think it's a Spectrum that's damaged slightly, so probably not. The ECU casing is right here. I'm gonna custom fab this. The glove box is going to get deleted out of the car. This is going to be mounted on a plate where the glove box used to be. I'm going to do some crazy stuff with that. If you guys want to see a video of me chipping the ECU, I guess if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 kits I got to get. These are the lug nuts I got for it. Kind of cool, stand out. Not really many people have those from that I can see. Just AutoZone special crap. And then my piston ring compressor, all my tools, body hammers, some dents I gotta pull out of the hood. But I mean, it's a project. There's a lot of work to do it, and it takes time. But as of right now, that's basically just caught up where I'm at. I need to cover the car again with the tarp so I don't get all these leaves and shit inside the car again. But oh, one other thing. See if I can pull it out without too much trouble. Which one is it? It's got to be this one. Yeah, see, look. I don't know if you can see this. Let's go in the garage. But if you can see that he's got all these holes drilled in this piece. This is your driver's side. So I'm assuming he had some sort of gauges and stuff. I just think he tried to do some ghetto turbo build with stock pistons and blew the motor, or spun a bearing and warped a connecting rod, and just being an idiot. So strip the carpet out, basically try to go race car daily driver kind of thing. But it'll be cool. 5-point harnesses maybe. If I do that, I gotta put a roll cage in, but plan on deleting the seats anyways, with the rear seats, so might go with that. But anyways, that's an update on the project. If you guys have any ideas on the block and the pistons and connecting rods, of what I should use, and if I do change those out, would I have to change out my crank and all that stuff? If I do, I mean, I just need to know what kind of shit I need. And I know I'm going to go low compression stuff, but what kind of stuff I should use or get. I might have this machine, if I can have this bored out. Maybe some suggestions from you guys on how much to bore it out. I've heard people talking something like 30 over. My knowledge is not too great on boring stuff out. I might send the block in, or the head in as well. It needs valve stem seals, but it'd be nice just to have it professionally done and all that stuff. I mean, I could do it, but it'd just be a pain in the butt and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like I said, big project, lots of fun, lots of cuts and bruises yet to come. If not, then I must have done something wrong. But any tips or tricks, hit me up. Maybe you guys know how to fix the rail on that. But yeah, just throw a comment down. I'll try my best to get back at you guys. I know I don't have many viewers, but those who do, I will definitely make time for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video.